Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mekata. Makaja Mekata mi phone. Agba Miga either part 2, Namiaba Python lesson. The last lesson, part 1, Misron could basic data structures, Misron could integer, string, Misron could float, Misron could complex number, Misron boolean true or false, okay, and then we can have strong mathematical operators plus minus multiplication division modulo exponential and floor division, okay. Agba me continue either um, collections, okay. So this is the reason why me on here, okay. So last time me global uh, a variable me declare variable x, remember is equal to say 5, okay. So Yabianya bona and then okay, and x as equal to one, only one number. Hello, when 5 kema. So Yabianya bona x ma na hold. No ma x na contain number 1. Excuse me, while I contain number 2, hello, number 5, number 6, number 8. Okata wanyang the car no x mare like a morgue. Fima new number collections are over. So basically, ni kwenye collections kwenye wana list or group of items. Okay, ta fifia instead of ni anazu xa nyaba na contain only 5. What if majiba x na contain, let's say 8, or let's say 4, 9, 10, 20, 58, 58 plus door. Look come me with yaro because x the calculate me ashita me as a new number collection. So there are different types of collection. So me I just go blur new number a list. Okay. Me I just go plug new number list. So let's say my young about my list. Okay. And then in Python all you have to do is create square bracket in the macro. Then you can enter anything you want. Right now, I think enter strings and or I think enter strings or integers or floats or anything. So I can say my number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. My numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My list are contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And the same way I take global my list 2 my list 2 my tag global contains strings, so I can my tag global mango orange, oh sorry, tag global orange, my tag global cocoa. Alright, sorry, why do I keep making the same mistake? Okay, cocoa equida. So ni are a list of nkea. I am a list of nkea. So this is a list of strings, okay? Because strings so element. And then here is a list of what? Integers or ints. Mipira. Ta aya string so element. Me don't could you have on a string at a single quote or double quote. Ta aya my list first one so let me say my list 1 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are individual numbers. 1, 2, 3, comma separated with, if you separate them with commas, you have individual numbers. And then orange hand separated also individual objects. So mango, orange, cocoa. Okay, so that is what we call a list. Okay. Currently, number list again. Number make number 3 gene for our list here. Malaka morgue. Hello, number orange. Number orange, alo cocoa, alo mango, gin or bamade to go list ya malaka morgue. So this is how you do it. So for example, me use print. Okay, we don't could you print we are print zam. So when we I get number, let's say me you want number 5 out of my list 1 now I want you to remember this number alakangi all list number index equal show na location of each one of your kata index a jagana gomo cho 0 Mr. Donkungi yaji computer no be a counting goma a jana gomo cho 0 when you 1 or he mia magbato mi number 1 2 3 4 5 computer jana gomo cho 0 so computer about 0 1 2 3 4 5 ta index equal number ya computer nana niyo so that we can retrieve no na jima na jibe ya retrieve we get it back no ta 1 year iba index in 0 2 iba index in 1 3 iba index in 2 4 iba index in 3 5 iba index in 4 mafia bana onyo laka ta 5 eto ni wala 4 so for example mate ongi alaka 12 this number this number this number this number okay it doesn't matter what the number itself is like index is always the same the index ajaga choose 0 so this number 12 I index in 0 this 544 I index in 1 this 475 I number in the index in 2 3 in your index 4 in your index that if you have 1 2 3 4 5 items in over list your index will be 0 1 2 3 4 okay so let's say me print number 2 out of number index what is that we use index that index in yanka index number 2 index in yanka in your 4 that come never fear my list 1 then curly bracket the number then we enter number 4 so now number save here let me clear this console number save here print do a return number number 2 number 2 but index in your 4 so what about number 4 but index in yanka 3 so let's do 3 and save and run return number 4 number 475 but number I get index 0 1 2 okay so let's enter index 2 and then save and run boom I return 475 ta allow na don kuji in a list to get items out of the list allow na zan list curly braces ya na enter in item about index munya item about index yeah akwaza if you get item so for example number instead of printing that number let's say I want number from my number from list okay is equal to then I can say my list and then I'll give it index number 3 so instead of printing here I'll just say so right now what I'm the index the object at number 3 index number 3 so 0 1 2 3 which is number 4 4 me assign in a variable number from list which is this so this variable I throws number I have value number 4 to number print number from my list if you layer number save number runner it will print me 4 because this value number this variable number from list I'm assigning near my list at number index number 3 which is this value so index number 0 index number 1 index number 2 index number 3 tam call number number 4 my list assigning variable tanamo print variable throws value Mr. Gomaneme. Okay. Alright. So list another way another collection you can tuple. So tuple tuple Hey, the only difference between ni kwenye tuple kwenye wana tuple na create a maintain change go. Like I may list a maintain add to the list. Okay. So okay, so even okay, so let's say I also want to get the last object in my list. If you try to use negative index, then you start from the last end. Tanamaza negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Then my one, and then you count from right to left, and then you start from negative 1. If you are counting from left to right, then you start from 0. So negative 1 here, I am number 2. So let me just save this and print it. You could return number 2. Because negative, maybe I just counting right side, I like negative 1, negative 2. I'm change negative 1 here to negative 3 50 layer. I return 475. 475. Mikwira, 475. Okay, let me clear this. Alright, so tuple kwenye wana nurse assign tuple mate change go. List atan change. So ate mikwira add value to list here. Matan global okay. My list I think my list 1 dot okay, I think append. Tanama append I take global okay. Add 10 or 100 to my list. Okay. Alright. Number banana append 100 to my list. I add 100 to my list. Then I can also print again my print my list, my printage from negative 1. Negative 1 my return car. Because append I add 100 to the next to the last item. So I add so I add like 100. Append to append to add to the end of it. So to add to the end of it. Ta all over 100 among number run code here my list dot 1 dot append 100. I add 100 to this list. So let me run. I return 100. If you 100 you have last item the list so number print because oh no my print last item my printing back. So number print last item you add 100. You got print last item. Okay, you print here. I level on economy. I show 2 ban. I got show 100 because at the time you get last item 2 left last item. I come add 100 click that. If you are number last item I are now 100. You put that. So my save my rent my run quick. So last item in your 2. In after append in your 100. You put that. So I can even add a string to this thing. So I can say let's say last item before append. Okay, last item. Okay, and then I'll say last item after append. So right now I'm in so last item in 2 after me I add 100. Me append 100. After me append 100 last item. So if I run this, you see last item before append is 2. And then last item after append is 100. Okay, although we are using negative 1 looking for the last item because we added something new to the list. The list grew, and then so 2 last item, 100 last item. Okay, so you can see when a list change list size, but tuple tuple size change. That is the only difference between them. No more ngi afia mo fia na my tuple you must assign so a tuple it has to be in something like this. Okay, so tuple, this is how you know but ngi a tuple alomo nya tuple me pera man as an a parenthesis or like but I curly braces here, I square braces here, I curly braces here. So this is the only way I wanna I tuple on I list on you. But tuple may I add append or remove may I change the size of my once they create once you create tuple is done. Okay, but then I can so that number my tuple dot append I return error now. Okay, so let's say I say append. Okay, now save and I run it. Ima error. Okay, error. Okay, error. Tuple object has no attribute append. Like that error Emma. Ta me might add nanaka, me might subtract nanako, and now underline have and there is an error. Instance of tuple has no append member. Like that tuple, that's the only difference between tuple and a list. Alright, so let's move on to a more something also called a set. A set equinya set equinya angi lako bloni. Oh, sorry. Seta ni kwenye seta kwenye wana seta ma have any lako bloni. Ma have any like seta may I think have multiple like what's the equivalent on there? May I think duplicate lemo. For example, list here mafia I think that another two of the fiaka. But in a set I'm a tell organ no. And also I'm order do more order na set to. So I can say my set equals, then you have to use this. Okay, so I'll say mango, orange, and then papaya. Okay, all right. So seta mata mazana index or mata ma have now order like that. So anytime I take global, okay, the first thing in the seta in your mango. So if I go there look for the first thing, it will always be mango. No, sometimes I think look for the first thing in the mango in my set orange in your first thing. I'll look at my check papaya in your first thing. That seta there is no order. Okay, and no order or indexing. Okay, in a list there is order. Okay, in a list there is indexing and order. Make better. Okay, so my setter order. So the first thing can become anything. Okay, so let's look at another one. Another one is dictionary. Okay, dictionary minya kata minyanginya dictionary ikunya wana a key and value. If you wanna know dictionary then if you want to define the word osmosis word osmosis followed by a definition. So osmosis in your key no osmosis dictionary I find osmosis I find value value in your definition that in a dictionary you have something like a key colon and value in my dictionary one at doema. So let's say I want to create a dictionary, so I will say my dict equals, and then now I take global take global coffee, okay, coffee, and then I want to give coffee an age, so coffee is 25, and then comma, and then I want to say Yao. I want to say Yao, and then I'll say Yao is 31 years old. Okay, so right now I know get Kofi age. Kofi is now the key, and Yao is also the key. That my thing I will print this for me, print my date, and then I will enter string Kofi. That will return you know, let me comment out all of this stuff. Let me comment out all of this stuff, and then it's fine. So number on here no my example feel if here alabo return kana 25. So let's see I return 25. Okay, so if I change this, you see how my return kofia just like the way mizan le list ma la fia mizan index let mizan index la fia the same way alabana zan key value. So could no zan kofia will return you key in your coffee value in your 25. Remember get me kofia, it will return coffee's value, which is 25. Remember get me Yao, it will return Yao's I return Yao birthday, Yao age. See there. So I think dictionary, I think add even a list into dictionary. So for example, me instead of instead of Mazan Kofi and I think now a list. So I'll say Kofi is what? Kofi's I'll say Kofi lives Kofi's height. Kofi's height is 5.7, and then Kofi's age is 25. Okay, so now if I want compute, so right now our Kofi value is now a list on its own. When your value is a list on its own. That number give me Kofia. What should it return? I return this list for me. So here, I return Kofiba list. So Kofi list here I include Kofiba height and then Kofiba age. So you can this is very powerful. Like it's very powerful. That no me strong or me we will do more advanced things. But just I want you to know Bana dictionary, that is how it is. Okay, so apart from all of that, yeah, I think this is a long enough video, long, so let me cut it here and then we'll continue. So right now, remember Bana Miss Wrong could a list, Miss Wrong could a tuple, and the only difference between a tuple and a list, when you're gonna list, you can change the size. You can add duplicate, you can do whatever you want. But in a list, you can have duplicate, but you cannot add after you create it. After you create it, like right now, I'm going to change my tuple. It's set like that. Okay, and then my set has like what? A list of objects that is not ordered. So they don't. Mango is not. You can't say mango is the first item because I think check here. Mango is the first. Second, 2 seconds ago, after I check, mango will not be the first item. And then a set is a set. You can have mango, and then you want to have this also. So there you go. See. So if you want to, if you say never print my set, and then give me yeah, oh, what I can actually for I in my set, okay, and then I say print I, okay, All right, so you put a for print I not one. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so you see, let me clear this out actually. I'm gonna call you. So I want to print everything in Mango in my set. So let's run this. Okay, see, a pobana ni join bana although my enter Mango kaka computer return only one Mango because set are more like a duplicate. Tana enter even if they enter 100,000 mangoes, it will only return one mango. So set tema, okay. So me strong to the set, me strong to the tuple, me strong to the list. Now, we are learning some stuff. Me call strong. So next video, we are strong to the how like me a loop. That is this small function here. Next lesson, me are strong to the loops. Or me are strong to the for loop, while loop. Yes, me are strong to the if statement and all that stuff. That next lesson I gonna deeper where I had that miracle. Miss me learn could and you have question that be a question be a question I as strong cost from more. Tanyamal already my to do me be a question at that. Ima, these are the things, Miss Strong, so thank you very much and God bless. Take care. Bye.